Amazing. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Wednesday night opportunity call, where we're going to be telling you all about our amazing products and our work from home business opportunity. And we are going to get started with our lovely Paula, who will be telling you all about our products.
Thank you, Sara, and thank you everyone for joining us this evening. As Sara said, my name is Paula, and I'm going to be talking about our amazing Juice Plus products and just giving you a very, very quick overview, just so that you can get a good idea on basically what makes them so amazing and what makes Juice Plus unique. And really, what they are that what makes them unique is they are the world's most researched nutritional products. So they're nothing like regular supplements, vitamins or anything like that. They're whole food supplements, and they're backed by 40 gold standard clinical studies around the world showing how they help to benefit the health. So that is what makes them really unique. Well, that's one point of what makes them really unique. Another is they're all completely natural, and they're all made from plants, fruits and vegetables. You can see here our main products, the premium capsules on the picture, all the fruits and vegetables there with the bottles. The green, the red and the purple are our fruits, vegetable and berry blend. And basically what they are is a blend of I can't get my words out this evening, of 30 raw fruits, vegetables and berries. So everybody knows that the more fruits and vegetables we eat, the healthier we are. And that's exactly what they do. They help to give you all the nutrients, antioxidants and so on that you get in all those fruits and vegetables in a really easy, convenient and affordable way, because, and that just helps to bridge the gap between what we are eating and what we should be eating to help keeping us healthy. So that's what makes them an absolute no-brainer. When I first heard about this, I just thought absolutely amazing, especially when they're all backed by science as well. I've been taking them for over 7 years. I'll never ever stop taking them. I've never felt better. I haven't had a day sick since, and I just love how much energy they give me as well. But I know that they're helping benefit in all of my body just by the science, basically, as well as how great I'm feeling and everyone else that you talk to who's taking them. So next slide, please, James. So as well as adults being able to enjoy the health benefits of Juice Plus, we've got this amazing program called the Healthy Starts for Families program. And basically, when you buy the premium capsules that I've just been talking about, you're eligible to get, for a child or a teenager, chewables or capsules, depending on their age, absolutely free. So again, an absolute no-brainer to get the whole family healthy at the same time. We all know how difficult it is to get fruits and vegetables in our children and teenagers, but this is what makes it easy. So children think they're eating sweets, but in fact they're actually having their fruits and vegetables. So what better way of making sure that you know that your children are healthy? So out of the 1.5 million families all over the world that have taken this, got started on this Healthy Starts for Families program, a staggering 96% of them have reported positive health benefits. And if you just have a quick look there's some of the statistics there. So, the best way to get the benefits is just to really, not read about them, just to get started. As my daughter started taking them when she was 5, she's now 13, and she hasn't had one day sick since. So again, I'll never ever stop taking them for my whole family. Next slide, please, James. And we've got the complete range, which is absolutely amazing. I'm addicted to this still after all this time. I love having a smoothie for my breakfast. I know that basically they've got everything the body needs for a highly nutritious meal. So you can have a healthy breakfast that gives you energy, all the nutrition you need to give you an amazing start to the day. Or you can have, a meal replacement. You can use as for a weight loss if you want. You can use for weight gain. You can just, they're so versatile. You can have the same nutrition value in a bar, which are absolutely delicious, or brilliant at this time if you ever had one this evening, a soup. So that's the complete range. So that's just helps to basically complete the whole range of Juice Plus. So as I said, very quick overview. If you want to know more, please go to the person who put you on the call this evening, and particularly if you want to know more about the science and all the research behind it, then you'll get that concrete kind of knowledge of how amazing they are. So thanks for listening. Thanks, Sara.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Paula. And I am equally obsessed with our amazing products. I've been using them for over 5 years now, and I don't stop shouting about them. I'm like the crazy Juice Plus lady. But we're now going to hear from someone who's already on the product, and that is Natasha. If you are on, if you could just unmute yourself, Natasha.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine. Welcome, everybody. So to start with, I'm a sports health and beauty therapist, and that's how I came into the business, by being introduced by a very good friend, Michelle Johns, who's also a beauty therapist. And she actually talked to me about the children's research, of which everyone's seen how good the results are. And those results you see today are an improvement on when we first joined. It absolutely blew my mind. Also, the fact that how we cook the food depletes in nutrients as we cook it. So we want to try and cook as least as possible and cook from fresh. So I've got 3 children, as I said, and that's how we led and came into the business. I had a very, very fussy child who went to school and stopped eating everything. When we got these products, I thought that's going to bridge the gap. That's going to give him nutrients that he's not getting at all. And by having the chewables at the time, they were like refreshers, and now they eat the gummies, and the older ones on the capsules. It actually made them crave more goodness, more fruits and vegetables in their diet. And also the youngest 2, when they were little, they had eczema. It helped their eczema go completely. And in fact, the youngest is a Juice Plus baby. So that's amazing. All 5 of us are on the products. We use a variety of the products in all sorts of different combinations. I would not be without this within our house. And literally everyone who comes into the house is introduced to it and says, oh, what's that you're putting in your shakes, or what are you eating there? And they are given it. If anyone has a sniffle or a cold, they are given the capsules. I just am so in love with the products and the business that I like you, Sara. I could literally talk about it all day and just so excited. But for the business wise, for me, being a sports health beauty therapist and working for myself, if I was ill, I didn't get paid. If I went on holiday, I didn't get paid. If I wanted to go and see the boys at school, I didn't get paid. If they were ill, I didn't get paid. So again, from the business point of view, this literally helped me earn money while I was doing other things and relaxing and enjoying life and being with the boys. But I don't know what else to say, because I'm just so in love with it.
No, that's absolutely amazing, Natasha. And I think it's so lovely. I love hearing from other parents who've got their family on the products, and when they say, yeah, my kids are on it, my partner's on it, we're all on it, and when anyone comes in the house, we're shoving it at them.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
Yeah, exactly. I've noticed in the past week or so, well, I knew it anyway, but just like you said, if anyone comes to me and they say, I'm feeling a bit unwell, or I've got a rash, or I've got, a cold, I've got this, I'm not taking these capsules. you need these. My family is so sick of it. Good reason for it, because they're absolutely amazing. Natasha, you was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your night. Thank you. So we're now going to move over to the business side of things, and we're going to hear from Howard, who's going to tell us all about it.
Hey, Sara, thank you very much for that. A warm welcome to everybody here this evening, especially those who are looking at this perhaps for the very first time. And well, it's my absolute pleasure to explain a little bit about the business opportunity behind Juice Plus. And let's just have a look at a fact that really is quite startling. Right now, November 2021, we are welcoming around 5,000 brand new partners into our Juice Plus family every single month. And there's a number of reasons for that, but 2 principal ones. If you think about it, there's no coincidence that right now, there has never been a time in human history where more people have been more aware of their own personal health. It was pretty busy before, very much in the forefront of people's minds before a little microbe escaped from a laboratory in Wuhan in China. Now, everybody wants to sort of make sure that they're healthy and look at ways of actually improving themselves. Okay. Now, in addition to that, with the economic turmoil, all that uncertainty that is pervading through our society at the moment, there has never been a time in my lifetime, I'm sure everybody on this call is the same, where more people are fearful about what is coming into their household budget, what money is coming in, and therefore that makes them more, or makes people more susceptible or more willing to look at other opportunities, because they have to. Their overheads haven't changed. If anything, they're going up at the moment. Think of the price of petrol at the moment. I think the price of crude oil is as high as it's been in the last 6 years. Price at the pump's exactly the same. Costs are going up, and the risk of actual income being affected, it's only going to go one way, potentially down. So therefore, people are more open to looking at these ideas, looking at other ideas, and we have something that, as I will demonstrate, the timing is absolutely perfect. Let's move on to the next slide, James. Now, one of the beauties, and when I looked at this, is that I saw not one, not two, not three, but 4 different ways that one can actually develop an earning stream through the Juice Plus opportunity. And I'm just going to highlight one of these. Now, everybody starts on the left-hand side of that staircase, down at the bottom as a partner, but with help, with training, and with encouragement. There are people that have a vested interest in you doing well, and your foot is on that accelerator, your hand is on that throttle, and how quickly you move through the gears and up that staircase is up to you. But it won't be through lack of assistance, through lack of help, through lack of training, through lack of encouragement. And you have the ability to move from left to right. And if you get right to that right-hand side, that top position there of PMD plus, you will pick up nearly £120,000, which is pretty good in its own right. But when you consider that one's commissions will be added to that, those numbers stack up really very favorably with very senior positions within the corporate world. Now, within that, I've worked in the corporate world, as have many people on this call, I'm quite sure. When you reach those illustrious levels, you are going to be tied to your desk. You are going to be, somebody else is going to be in charge of your time. Not so with the Juice Plus company, not so as a franchise partner. You have complete flexibility. As I say, you go as quickly or as slowly as you like. But the flexibility and the opportunity is there for absolutely everyone. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. You might think that, to actually do that, to be able to access this, to access that potential is going to cost a great deal of money. And again, in addition to myself, who set up a business around 20 years ago, there are probably other people on this call who've done the same thing. It takes capital. It took me, I had to put £30,000 of my own money, no borrowings, and that bought me half a business. So I had to find somebody else to actually come and match that investment. And I didn't have a partner company. This was all down to me. I didn't have a partner company to work with. Let's look at what the Juice Plus company actually do. They provide us as franchise partners with an e-commerce website, also a virtual office to help develop your business. That opportunity extends worldwide within the Juice Plus world, numbering around 30 countries. We'll have a look at that again in a minute. You can make retail profit from day one. There are all sorts of events and all those different things, the heavy lifting, to say nothing of the product development, the research and development. All these things are carried out by our partner company. What we are tasked as doing as franchise partners is to develop a customer base, to share our health journey, to share our personal Juice Plus journey, and to help train and encourage other people to do exactly the same thing. If we do that to the best of our ability and with the assistance of our team, then we can move up that staircase and enjoy the benefits of 4 different ways of actually making money. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Where are we actually going with this? In fact, first of all, before we actually do that, let's look at, as I intimated, you can start earning right away. And in fact, bearing in mind you actually get paid for your own usage of Juice Plus, that's pretty cool. There are many people who are actually recouping their investment of £50 within a matter of days, sometimes even the same day, because all you need to do is find 1 or 2 people, possibly family members, possibly friends, possibly work colleagues, who are interested in joining you on a health journey. And by doing that, you make that first step up the staircase, you get a bonus of £80 in addition to commissions, which will be around about the same. So you probably you could easily make £150 in your first month. So in your first 3 months, those figures are quite notional, between 300 and 13,000. Some people have made more than that. Again, I keep stressing, it's you dictate the speed. You can go as fast or as slowly as you like. A lot of people like to go quite quickly. It's pretty obvious why. And let's look at where we are actually going. What is the potential? We got a map here. Let's have a look. There you go. That's the Juice Plus world as it is now. Not surprisingly, it's an American company. North America is well covered. And just before COVID hit, the company opened in Mexico. Europe, well, that's fairly well covered as well. I mean, in Western Europe, I think Portugal is one of the few countries left to open. And that, again, probably would have opened but for COVID and is set to open in the near future. A few gaps in Eastern Europe, but not many now. In Asia, we started with the UAE and have sprung into Malaysia and Singapore, and you've got Australia and New Zealand in the right-hand corner. But look at the gaps. Look at the gaps. Latin America, 0. Nothing in Africa. And in Asia, yeah, we've hit 3 pretty small markets. But what about the big ones? What about China? What about India? What about Russia? 3 billion people there. You've got other countries, Bangladesh, Indonesia, well over 100 million in each. Now, do you think there are people in those countries, in those markets, who may have health concerns? Do you think there are people in those markets that also have financial concerns and who might be open to looking at a business opportunity, combining the opportunity to improve their health and their personal finances, their wealth? Do you think so? Well, let me tell you, behind the scenes, there will already be activity going on with the Juice Plus company looking to open in these markets. And the question is, you know, with the power of modern communications, we are talking on the internet at the moment. We can do that across the globe. We all know that. When we open these markets, we can expand there. It may be through contacts yourself or people within your team, but your business will grow. It's just a question of how big you want to grow it. And that again is down to you. So I think when actually looking to partner with a company, you'd probably want to find a company that has 1 or 2 key things in place. Now I've got some, just by way of summary. Juice Plus company has been around since 1970, 51 years old and 28 years, just over 28 years with its existing product range. It's as solid as the proverbial elephant's foot. Very, very solid track record with a solid management team as well. As Paula said, we have the #1 nutraceutical product in the market today with science to back it. We have 4 ways to actually derive an income. And products, are they niche or are they potentially for everyone? Well, you know, we're restricted to the people that eat. Everybody could be a potential consumer of the Juice Plus products. It's our job to actually fulfill that potential that you see on that map there, to grow into these new markets and also with new products. The next one is coming very, very soon, next month and in January, with another one to follow very soon. Really, really exciting. It's just a question of how big you want to grow it, people. And with that, very happy to hand you back to Sara. Thanks very much.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Howard. And I totally second that. It's a very exciting few months coming up for us in the business. New product launching, new countries launching. So it really is the best time to be getting started. And we're heading into our busiest time of the year as well. So we are now going to move on to our very special guest speaker, whose name is Zvonko. And I probably pronounced that totally incorrect. I've been reading it and I was like, I'm going to get that one correct. He is a presidential marketing director all the way from Canada. He's also Club 100. So let's welcome him to the call. If you are on, you just need to unmute yourself. Let's see if we can find him if he's on.
Oh yeah, I just said, yeah, I was muted, so glad to be here. So thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. How do you pronounce your name? Have I done it correctly?
You just pronounced it well, Zvonko. It's Serbian language, it's phonetic, so you pronounce everything. There are no tricks, right?
Thank you so much. Well, thanks for joining us this evening. We really appreciate it. And we know James has said you've got an absolutely amazing story. So if you wouldn't mind just telling us a little bit about your journey with Juice Plus, that would be amazing.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I started when I lived in Toronto in Canada, and it started with me by reading a book, Food Enzymes, The Missing Link to Radiant Health by Dr. Santillo. And I was in my early 30s at that time, I think. And this book was like small book, maybe, I don't know, 70 pages. So you can really read it in a one reading, because, if you get going. But what got me with this book was that book was talking about this idea that food is fuel, food is energy, right? And I never thought about food in those terms, because I never had any issues with my health, with my weight. I played sports, right? So I never really considered that, right? But I did recognize myself in that book, because at that time my typical lunch would be cheeseburger, fries, Heineken, and then I would need to have a big cup of coffee after that, not to fall asleep, right? And when I read this book, I found myself in this book. I found the reason why this was happening to me, because, this book talked about this simple idea. If you eat processed foods, denatured foods, then your body has to use a lot of energy to digest it, right? And in some cases, it says, you know what, I have to put you to sleep. And then when I finish digesting this food, hopefully I'll wake you up, right? So we'll get your cognitive functions again back up, and then you get going. And but when you eat some live foods, plant-based foods, then your body has to use very little energy in order to digest those foods, right? And that's why we feel kind of vibrant after eating good foods. And I'm really curious, so I decided to try Juice Plus, right? So I said, let me try it. And I never missed a day ever since, right? I've been taking capsules every single day. I take a shake, usually for breakfast. I changed my diet, not diet, but my eating habits in the meantime, because it was just a really natural process. I kind of tended to be drawn to certain foods and move away from certain foods, right? So now if you pay me, I don't know how much money, I don't think I would eat something from McDonald's, right? So it's just me. And that was really, how would I say, that was impetus for me to start a business, because I realized, this is something that's great, that I love it, and I should share it with people. And, I mean, my background is mechanical engineer, so I have a little bit of a analytical mind. So I figured it out. We are getting busier and busier. We are not going to go move back to the country, to the farms, and start growing our own foods. Although some people are realizing that today, probably that's the best way. That's the way to survive, right? We are coming back full circle. But I figured out this is something that everybody really needs. Well, obviously, not everybody is going to recognize that, but I got excited, and this was really in the time where we did not have all these social media platforms. It was a little bit more difficult to execute the business, to communicate with people, because you really had two options. One was talk on the phone or talk in person, right? And today, we have, for example, this platform where we are all over the world, and we are connecting, and we are seeing each other, and we can see facial expressions and eye contact and all of those things, right? But anyhow, so I got excited, and I like to say that I do business in self-defense, because these are the things that I have genuine interest in. And whether there was a business with this or not, I would be talking to people about this, because what am I else going to talk about it? That's what I'm excited about. That's what my passion is. And this is really the way how I see it. This is a way to wake a lot of people up, to make them aware about this fact that, yes, you can be healthy, you can be vibrant, you can be full of energy, you can be fit, you can be all of those things. And at the same time, also, you can have this incredible life outside of a 9 to 5. I mean, I'm not saying that anything is wrong with 9 to 5, but a lot of people are not finding freedom there. A lot of people are not finding time to spend with their kids, with their family, being in a typical 9 to 5 corporate job, right? A lot of people are finding that they don't have enough time for vacation, right? A lot of people are finding that they don't have enough money being in those situations. So really, this is a phenomenal platform where we can wake people up to this idea that yes, you can be healthy through some very simple, adopting some very simple habits by making maybe one simple change to start, and then that change once you adopt it as a habit, then you move to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and then after a while you have a quantum leap, and your life is totally different. And I can tell you that, you know, when I started, we pretty much had to do everything live, but we did a lot of events, and that was my modus operandi. You know, that's how I would do like 4 events every single weekend. And once you put a few weekends like that together, you create incredible momentum, and then the things go away from you. And this is really the idea that you want to establish for yourself if you want to build a big business, right? So this was all happening to me and for me when I lived in Canada, in Toronto, and within 1 year I reached the top level at that time, which was national marketing director, and our team was the first team in Canada to achieve that. So we kind of broke the mold, because this was a time when we didn't really know how to do this, right? So it was a lot of trial and error, and it was we were basically running on excitement, right? And people were picking up on that, and that would be probably my my main tip for the new people. If you are brand new, if you're just starting, or if you have been in a business for a little while but maybe you want to restart it, just identify what are you really excited about, right? And share that, right? Because that's in a human communication, that's what we pick up subconsciously. We don't pick up what we say, but we pick up how we feel about what we say, right? So it's not about having a perfect script, it's really how you feel about it, right? And even if you make some mistakes in saying something, but you feel good about it, people are going to pick up on that. You cannot make mistake, right? So basically, that would be my number one tip. You know, find out, you know, what is the product that you are the most excited about. Talk about that. Share your story, right? And people today are starving for human connection, for authenticity, right? We all know we are sick of TV, of social media, of advertising, of marketing. We don't want that, because we are very skeptical and cynical about that, right? So people are craving human connection, authenticity. So talk about your mistakes, your trials, your challenges. What do you have to overcome, right? And this is really what inspires people. So to kind of wrap up my story, so yeah, I mean, through those events, you know, we created a lot of momentum, and after that I moved to California. I lived there for a few years, then I moved back to Canada. Then about 10-15 years ago I moved to London. I lived in London for 2 years, then I moved back to Serbia, where I'm originally from. Then in the meantime I lived in Spain. So this was really all because of the business and the beauty of it and elegance of it. And you know, if I have to share one thing, when I was starting, I had some ideas what this could do for me, but I did not expect this level of freedom, of flexibility of the money. I didn't see that initially, but you know, that's okay. I don't complain about that, right? So that's my story, maybe a little LP version, but I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that. Thank you so much. Really nice of you to share that with us. And I totally agree. People don't really buy into the products, they buy into us, don't they? So you've got to get excited, passionate about the products. And it sounds like you have just had an amazing life, traveling all over the place while sharing these amazing products and the amazing business as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Zvonko, thank you so much for taking the time to join us this evening. We really appreciate it.
And my pleasure, and I'm really glad to see again, James. We haven't kind of met in a long time because of all these things that happened, but it seems that we are kind of unfolding into a new world. So we are going to be seeing much more of each other, right? And that's really the beauty of our business, the people and connection.
Yeah,
Really
most definitely. Hopefully we can get you over to London soon and we can have a nice in-person event.
Of course, yeah, I'm open to it.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody for joining us this evening. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions at all, please go back to whoever invited you on and they'll be more than happy to help. Thanks to all of our lovely speakers, and thanks once again to James for arranging another amazing call, and we shall see you again next week.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.